my channel. My name is Melvis and I am your girl with the curly hair. Here we talk all things from fashion to natural hair tutorials to vlogs and talks about feed, of course. You name it and we are on it. So if this is something that interests you, please take a minute to subscribe, like my videos and turn on your notification bell so that you are notified each time I put out content. Yesterday I just woke up and I went to my journal to check out some of the goals that I did set for myself at the start of the year to see how far I have come in accomplishing them. And I realized that most of those goals I haven't achieved them, or I had even forgotten about them. So I was like, why not we come on here and discuss some of the reasons why we haven't been achieving our goals yet, because we are almost in the second half of the year, and see what we can do to get on track. So if you are one of those persons that at the start of the year you did take out time to write down some of the goals that you wanted to achieve by the end of 2022, you might want to stick around till the end of the video. And for us to really get back on track on achieving the goals that we haven't started yet, I think that it's important for us to understand why, like some of the reasons why we haven't started achieving, if it makes sense. Some of the things that are hindrance to us achieving our goals, that if we can tackle some of those things, then we are on the road to achieving our goals. So the first reason why I think that I myself haven't achieved most of the goals that I'm supposed to have achieved at this point in time is because of procrastination. For me, I think that it's one of the biggest vessels or distractions that the enemy uses against us for us to keep postponing stuff. Myself, I'm guilty because only in my academics, I'm always the last person to do an assignment. If they give us an assignment 2 weeks ago and it's due today, I will only wait for today in the evening before I start doing it. And it's a really bad attitude when we have things to do and we keep postponing them. We take our time to write goals that we want to see at the end of the year, and we are not starting because today we say we will start tomorrow we say we will start the day after, and only that. So the earlier we realize that procrastination is one of the biggest reasons why we are not on those goals, the better for us. So the second reason why I think that we haven't achieved half of the goals that we set out for ourselves by the start of this year is because of the lack of self-confidence. I strongly believe that the biggest enemy to ourselves is ourselves. It is not the enemy, it is not your friend, it is not even your village people, it is yourself. If you don't have confidence in the abilities that God has put in you, then there is no way you're going to achieve your goals. If you don't believe that you are capable of achieving certain things, then there is no way you're going to achieve those things. Nobody will come and tell you that you can make it if you first of all do not believe in yourself. So the earlier we start being more confident about ourselves, more confident in the abilities that God has put in us, the better for us. Now the next reason why I think that we are not on track to achieving our goals is because we do not set timelines for our goals. Now what do I mean by not setting timelines? For example, if we set at the start of the year in January that we want, one of the goals that we want this year is to maybe, let's say, start a YouTube channel. Okay, now you have said that one of your goals is to start a YouTube channel. Now you haven't set a timeline when you want to start that channel. Are you starting the channel in January? Are you starting in February? When are you starting the channel? It doesn't suffice that you want to do something. It is more important that as much as you want to do this thing, you have a timeline when you want to do the thing. It gives you perspective. It makes you know that you're working on time. It makes you be conscious of the goals that you have set before you. So it's important that if we are setting goals for ourselves, like we did set goals, we need to set timelines so that it keeps us on track on the goals. If that makes sense, I'm sure it does. The last but not the least is setting realistic goals, or maybe not even setting realistic goals, is setting goals with specifics. What do I mean by setting goals with specifics? If you say that you want to achieve this thing, for example, if you say a skill that you want to learn by the end of this year, maybe you want to learn the piano, and it's not enough that you say you want to learn the piano. What do you want to see? What progress do you want to make by the end of the year? For example, if I say I want to learn the piano, if I said that at the start of the year, it's more important that I say that, okay, by December, I want to be able to play at least 10 songs without using a script, without using anything, and in front of an audience with all confidence and without making a mistake. Now, it makes you conscious to know that this month I have a target. I have to learn this song this month. Next month I have to learn this song, because I'm working towards the ability to play 10 songs at the end of the year. If you just say you want to learn the keyboard without really knowing what exactly you want to learn, what level of progress do you want to make at the end of the year, you may just feel lazy, or yes, you may start actually learning the keyboard, but you will not make a lot of progress because you have not really, set a target for yourself, or because you've not pushed yourself with, maybe standards that are really high or sometimes even unrealistic. So more than making goals for ourselves, we need to be specific in the things that we want to see achieved in those goals. Another very important thing, one of the goals, let me use an example with myself, maybe it will make a little bit more sense. At the start of the year, I remember I had a conversation with my friends at the start of the year, and we were just going through, maybe some of the things that God was laying in our hearts, the message that God had for us for the year 2022. And one of them asked me, Mel, what is God saying? What is the message for your life for the year 2022? And I told them that God wanted me to be more disciplined in the things of God, or maybe generally just in every aspect of my life. And he asked me this question: what are you doing? What have you said to be able to achieve this goal? What is the action plan? Voila, that's the word. What is the action plan to be able to attain the level of discipline that God expects from you? And guess what? I was dumbfounded, because I didn't have an action plan. Even though I knew that is what God was saying to me at the start of the year, I didn't sit down to say that, okay, you want me to be disciplined, God. Now this is the action plan that I have in place to be able to work towards the discipline. Maybe I have to let go of this thing. Maybe I have to let go watching movies. Maybe I have to spend more time doing this. I didn't do that. And had it been I took time to actually write down or to be specific in the things that I want to see discipline in my life, it would have given me direction more. And maybe that's why up to now I haven't really gone far when it concerns discipline in my spiritual life. I'm sure that it makes sense now. So we need to be specific, to set goals, and challenging ourselves and knowing exactly what we want to see achieved at what stage of the year. Now that we have really understood some of the reasons why we are not on track, I want us to talk a little bit on how we can really get back on track, or how I realized that I need to get back on track. So the first thing that I think that we have to do is to set monthly targets. What do I mean by setting monthly targets? For example, we said at the start of the year that maybe we wanted to, let's say in my spiritual life, first of all, it's important to divide your goals according to the different aspects. For example, what are my goals spiritually for this year? What are my goals financially for this year? What are my goals professionally for this year? What are my goals in the domain of education for this year? More than just writing down goals, we need to divide them like this, so that we know that spiritually I have these goals that I have set. Financially, I have these goals that I have set. It helps you more. We need to be very specific on these things. So it's important that you go back and divide your goals. If you just set general goals, you need to go and divide them financially, spiritually, and it would help you. And after dividing them, you need to set monthly targets in those goals. Now, it doesn't mean that maybe in all those domains, you must have something that you are achieving or you are looking to achieve in every month in every of those domains. No, it can be that this month I have this monthly target that at the end of the year I should be able, let's say financially, to have saved up to this particular amount of money, or I should have been able to have invested this particular amount of money by the end of this month. Now in the next month I have this goal. Spiritually, I want to be able to grow more. Maybe this month or next month I am studying 3 books of the Bible. Maybe this month I'm going on a fast every 2 weeks or every once in a month. Now, in other domains and just like that. So we need to set monthly targets apart from setting yearly targets. Look at the yearly targets that you did set for yourself at the start of the year, and now go into them and set monthly targets. It would help you so that at the end of the month you evaluate, how far have I come, what have I been able to achieve, what have I not been able to achieve, and why was I not able to achieve them. And then maybe you push it to the next month and you make an effort. That will help you. At the end of the year, you will discover that because you did set monthly targets in your yearly targets, you have been able to really make progress. Maybe you haven't at the end of the year achieved everything, but you have at least achieved up to 90% or even 80% of the goals that you set for yourself, and that will really be good. It is not too late. If you had not even set goals for yourself at the start of the year, you can always go back now and start. We are still about to get into the second half of the year, so it's not too late. And that's why this video is coming now, so that we can go back and re-evaluate our goals and put things into place and grow in this together. Next, I want us to really set timelines on our goals. I feel like timelines is good. It will go a long way to help us achieve the goals that we have set. Have a timeline for any goal that you have written. Say that by the end of June, I should be able to have done this thing. By the end of July, I should be able to have gotten this far. Set timelines, people. Be more confident in yourself and stop procrastination. Stop pushing yourself. Say that you can do it and actually start doing it. I remember a lot of times my friend has asked me, Mel, how many songs have you written so far? Because I said I need to start writing songs. And I kept telling him I haven't started, but I will start. And every day, almost all the time, each time we spoke, he will ask me, how many songs have you written? And I kept postponing. I kept saying I will start next week, I will start next month, and all of that. You need to stop saying you will start and just start doing it. What will you lose from starting, right? Just start doing it. If it's that channel, if it's something you want to do, just start doing it already. Stop saying you will start tomorrow, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Start today. And lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is, I remember in January, one of the most important videos that I think I have put out was in January, when I put out a video talking about my work with God and how I started, and sharing my own experiences and how I think that we can grow. And I even went ahead and gave how I think you can go about studying the Bible. And I think that I got really good feedback from that video. A lot of people reached out to me and even my friends, and they were saying they needed help to grow spiritually, they needed help in studying the Bible. And I want to ask some of you this question: what actually happened with the zeal you had back then? What is stopping you? Why did you stop trying to get closer to God? Is it because of the cares of life that carried you away? What happened? It's not too late to snap back and say that, okay, I want to get closer to God, I want to study the scripture more and everything. If you feel like maybe you backslided again, or something happened that took away your attention or anything, feel free to reach out to me again, and whichever way I can help you, I will help you, because I think that that's the most important thing about setting goals. The most important thing for me will be spiritually. So I want to help you as well. If you have backslided, or if maybe something is disturbing to you, or I don't know, just reach out to me. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that towards the end of the year, maybe December, we will come back here and analyze how far we've gone with some of these goals that we did set up for ourselves. But until then, I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye, family.